Welcome back to Derbs News, where we talk about news that actually matters. Doja Cat's pubes. Well, it's actually her hair. Apparently, people have been making fun of her natural hair because they think that her pubes, that the carpets match the drapes. This is actually the picture in question. People have been saying, is that her pubic hair? Is it carpet? Or is it sheep's wool? Which is crazy. But also, out of context, I don't know why. For some reason, I feel like she's just the type to just post a close-up of her pubes. Apparently, someone said, I don't know why people are so comfortable having opinions of people of color's hair to begin with. The amount of times someone has touched my hair without consent, assumed its natural texture, etc. is baffling. And I gotta say, I have definitely done that before. No, I'm just kidding. White people definitely have a problem with wanting to touch black people's hair. Black people's hair. It is a thing. I personally don't care about touching anyone's hair, but for some reason they have this weird fixation. I think it's mostly white people who live in just white neighborhoods, though. They see a black person in public and they're like, oh. It's worth noting that she then turned off the comments and then dropped an album. Also, side note, this is her. Just thought I'd throw this in there. A man is now on track to having the most threesomes of all time because he just married conjoined twins. Well, he only married one of them, I guess. And that's why they're in the news, because everyone's so confused as to how that works. Of course, as I am one of these internet people, how does it work? Like when they're doing the dirty, does one of them just close her eyes and plug her ears and just pretend she's doing some, or did she just start gaming? Maybe she just starts playing Animal Crossing. And what would turn her on the most? His wife, his now wife. The one on the left, I think. Or right? I actually can't figure it out. But I have a feeling what he whispers to her for dirty talk. I'm gonna split you in half tonight. I'm sorry. Could you imagine while they're having sex, the other one starts yawning? When are you gonna switch it up? Wow, 30 seconds. That's a record. So in the article, it says it's unclear at this time how the relationship works or whether Britney is looking for her own partner, and ultimately it's not really our business. And of course, others speculated openly about the couple's sex life. Yeah, I mean, you know. So they had their own reality show before, so they are just famous in general. And when people are famous, we always make their business our business. That's how it works. I hate to say it, but that's why everyone cares. They each have their own head, heart, and spine, and each sister controls one arm and one leg each. The parents were given the option to separate them at birth, but they decided against it after being informed that it was unlikely both girls would survive the procedure. Okay. So I guess that splitting in half line might not really work out, unless she's suicidal. But as I mentioned at the beginning, what's the stance on threesomes for this man? Is he to set the record? Can we hit up Guinness? Are they in on this? These are all questions that I need to know and I need to get to the bottom of. So someone, please let me know anything if you know things. I don't know. Speaking of twins, a woman gives birth to twins 22 days apart. Listen. I don't want to be the one to say it, but do you think the second one has an extra chromosome? Or he just got lost, I don't know. Or maybe she couldn't afford the second birth and had to go home and work. Hospital bills are pretty hefty. Maybe she had to go collect a check, who knows? A UK mom gave birth to twins 22 days apart in different hospitals. Different hospitals! That's what it is. One was cheaper than the other. Apparently, they weren't expecting twin 2 to survive, and he'll probably be born in the next couple of hours. Well, times that by 110. I don't know how many hours is 2 weeks. Doctors decided to perform the surgery after discovering a placental abruption, obviously. Which is when the placenta separates from the inner wall of the uterus, potentially depriving the baby of oxygen. Astro, now 2, weighed 2 pounds at birth. Holy shit. Obviously, he was born with some complications, including a hole in his heart. Huh. That's a little young to have your heart broken. To close out the article, apparently baby number 1 didn't survive, but the second one did. Which I think just goes to prove that second-born children are just superior. Alright, I'm sorry. In other news, Donald Trump showed a video of Biden hogtied. Oh, it's not even a video of him actually hogtied. That's disappointing. It's just on the back of this guy's truck. But he just shared it. Is the reason. That's so stupid. But nonetheless, there's so many jokes to be made here. That is ironically how I would imagine they put him to bed. Seeing as he likely might have potentially dementia. He just gets all like, where am I? Who are you? And they have to hog tie him and throw him in bed type of thing. I think that's what they do for dementia patients. I wouldn't know. I don't have it. Or what if I do? I'll be completely transparent with you. I don't actually like either side necessarily, but this is pretty fucking hilarious. It's really funny. It is. Apparently, this is immediately after he was just selling Bibles as well. Not gonna be shocked if he starts selling zip ties next. If he was hogtied, I don't know where they would take him for him to look that sad. I'd imagine they're taking him to Hunter to force him to say that he loves him. But obviously Trump was pretty sorry about reposting it, so here's the clip of him talking about it.
Kiss my robustly healthy ass cheeks until they're raw and bleeding from exhaustion.
In other news, my TikTok feed was infiltrated by women getting punched in New York. And apparently there's been even more incidents. I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. It's not even like, okay, out of context, that sounds a little funny, but it's not funny in general. Before we get into it, I need to say my jokes so then I don't feel bad until after I read it. Then I'll feel bad. The first question we have to ask is, what were they wearing? That's a joke. That is a joke. But also, like, what were they actually doing is more of the question. If they were walking slow, whose fault is it really? Do you know what I mean? I don't condone violence in general, especially sucker punching women. Not my thing. But if someone's walking slow in front of me and you can't get around them, just call the police ahead of time. That's all I'm saying. But also, is this like a new trend? Like, you remember the whole punch a Nazi thing? Is this punch a woman thing? I don't like the movement. Period. That's all I'm... Sound like I was gonna support it. No, I don't support that. That's bad. Yeah, see, you can see there on the video that welt. These are the videos I saw on TikTok. And it was like all the same day. But they revealed they were sucker punched at random on the street. Still can't really tell if this was the same man or separate man. It's a little hard to understand. But if it was the same man, do you think he just had an alarm go off like on his phone every hour? He's just walking. He's like, oh, guess it's time to punch a woman. Oh. One woman claimed she was slapped in the forehead. I'm not laughing at her being hit. I'm laughing at the sentence. Like, obviously, it must have been hard. I don't know if... Was it this girl? Oh, shit. All right, I take it back. I was literally just walking, and a man came up and punched me in the face. McGookin? Whoa, that sounds like an offensive name. I don't know. God, there's so many stories of women getting punched in New York. What the fuck is the deal, New York?
Fuck your life! Bing bong!
Cop said random acts of violence happen every single day, and he was kind of unfazed by it. Ugh, that's not a good look. All right, well, New York seems cool. I'm glad when I was there I wasn't a woman. Nothing's changed, but I'm saying. And now it's time for Video of the Week. This is where we go on Instagram Reels and look at the first video of my feed because my algorithm's crazy. And here we go. That got me so good. I gotta watch another one. That wasn't good enough. I mean, that got me, but you know what I'm saying. Truck filled with cows crashed at liquor store. Oh my God. Are they normally transported in trucks like that? Beef sliders, it's an utter disaster. So many lives at stake. Ground beef. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And also, I don't actually mean the jokes I say, obviously. But, I don't know. You'll figure that out over time. Or other people will. Whatever it is. I love you all. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.